All right, it is time for an unwrapping video. So exciting. Hey everyone, it is Shannon and I'm really excited to be here today for my fourth unwrapping video. In my recent Friday reads, I asked for numbers to pick from the books on my shelf and you provided them. So thank you so much for everyone with such a response. I ended up having more numbers than I knew what to do with, but eventually I figured out what to do. So how I worked it was, for everyone who gave a number, I chose a number. So if you gave one number, I used that one. If you gave more than one number, I used a random number generator to determine which of the numbers to pick. And as I pick the books, I will let you know who picked what. So let's get started. We're going on a little ride. This is one of the most unnerving things to do when you don't actually edit your videos. So from the first section, which is these white books here, these are my plays, poetry, and collections, I got the numbers 2 and 3. So we start here. 1, 2. This was picked by Lynn. That was by Lynn. And 3. And this one was picked by Lori. Got the L's going on in that section. And now we head over to the pink section, which is my romance books. And with this, I got 2 and 3 again. So 1, 2. This was picked by Sarah of Not Just Romance Novels, fittingly enough. And 3. This was picked by So I Read. There we go. So that is 4. I'm just going to move these off the shelf. I'm going to take more books off of. All right, and now we head down to the blue books. This is actually really good timing because Nonfiction November is coming up, and these are my nonfiction books. Although ultimately my goal is to finish all of these before November. Optimism. It's a good thing, right? So for this one, we have 12, 13, and 18. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one was picked by Zoe. 13. This one was picked by Donna. And 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This one was picked by Dramian Forever. All right, let's reset back. Woo! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. To our normal location. And here we go. And I picked a book too. So here we go. This is huge. I don't even, can I do the pose? The pose, there it is. I forgot to smile. So, okay, I gotta flip these over, start at the top, and get to unwrapping and not lose the light. Okay, so, whew, all right, Lynn, this is your book. Well, it's your pick. It's my book. Oh my gosh, why did I use the strongest tape? If you ever do this, use the matte tape, not the shiny tape. I ran out halfway through, which is not a surprise. Okay. All right, Lynn, what did you get for me? Woo! The Taming of the Shrew! I read this last month. So, but I'm happy to have it. And I'm actually curious about this edition because it has modern English side by side with the original text. So I am still going to give it a read, actually, and it already has a bookmark in it. Look at that. All right, thank you, Lynn. Book number 2. This one was picked by Lori. I really like this paper. I know it's a bit on the blue side, but it was hard to find images and stuff that was white that was thick enough that I wouldn't be able to see through the pages. And, oh, okay, Lori, you picked the selected poems of Louis Riel. So there we go. We get some CanCon and some poetry. And these actually, oh my gosh, what are the chances? This is actually side-by-side English and French. Or, given that's Louis Riel, French, and then the English translation. I'm really looking forward to checking that out as well. Okay, second section. This is the pink book, so these are my romance. This one was picked by Sarah of Not Just Romance Novels. And we have, we have Sarah Morgan's The Brazilian Boss's Innocent Mistress. I'm quite a fan of Sarah Morgan, and I don't read tons of Harlequin Presents, but I do like them on occasion, so I'm really looking forward to getting to this one, although it's got the longest title ever. Awesome! Thank you, Sarah. And another romance novel picked by So I Read or So I Read. I don't know if it's So I Read or So I Read. I don't know. And what do we have here? Ooh! Billionaire Wolf by Karen Whidden? Whidden. A Harlequin Nocturne. I am a fan of the Nocturnes. Has the Billionaire Shifter. And we're back! For some reason the camera stopped. Yeah, so Billionaire Wolf, Harlequin Nocturne, looking forward to it. Thank you, So I Read. And now we continue. Now we get to the nonfiction. And the first nonfiction of the blue books was picked by Zoe. So thank you, Zoe. Let's see what it is. I got 2 layers, I think, here. I used Entertainment Weekly for a lot of these, and Ted's Preacher, but it's so thin that I had to double up a lot. Okay. Making peace with the things in your life. Why your papers, books, clothes, and other possessions keep overwhelming you, and what to do about it. By Cindy Lovinsky. I've had this one for quite a while. And it's interesting because I know The Magical Art of Tidying Up has been like the book about this kind of stuff. So I'm curious actually to read a different opinion because I'm a big fan of organization and you know, I'm happy to make peace with the things in my life because yeah, after going through the whole minimalism stage, I'm not a minimalist, but how it was the thing. And so it's interesting to see different perspectives on your stuff and what you do with it and how you engage with it and all that kind of good stuff. So looking forward to that one. That one actually might be my sister Jamie's book. It might be. Is it? If you're watching, Jamie, is it? Number 13. This one was picked by Donna. Okay. Oh, this paper's heavy duty stuff. I'm resisting ripping. Can you tell? Can you tell? Oh, this one's awkward. Oh, that's why. That's why. It comes with its own bookmark. Did I do that with all of the books? Oh, it's really, okay. The 4 Agreements. By Don Miguel Ruiz. I can't believe I haven't read this one, to be honest. I can't believe I haven't read it. So I am very much looking forward to this. And it has its own bookmark. From Alan Gardens. Did my mom make this? Oh, she's from the Toronto Family Club. Yeah, she probably made it. So, alright, I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know enough about it to share what it's about. The source of self-limiting beliefs that rob us of joy and create needless suffering. Yes, let's get rid of needless suffering. I think that's very wise. I'm happy to do that. Okay, so thank you, Zoe, for that. And number 13, this one was picked by Donna. Do it. Oh! Upside down. No, that's another piece of paper. I'm like, I really don't recognize that. Awesome! Okay, this is great. Debt-Free Forever by Gail Vox-Osley. I am a huge fan of Gail Vox-Osley. If you're Canadian, you probably know the show To Debt. Was it To Debt Do Us Part? Debt-Free. She was the host of a show. Till Debt Do Us Part. And I used to watch it all the time. She has lots of great financial wisdom. And I am very much looking forward to this. This was a present. So from my sister. So thank you to Donna for picking it, and thank you, Jamie, for getting it for me. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And something strange happened there. This one was Dreamy and Forever. I messed up there because I'm at the end of the books. So this is Dreamy and Forever. This is Donna. And this is Zoe. Sorry guys, I'm sorry if I messed that up. I'm like, how did we get to the end of the books? I'm like, one time when I said Donna, I'm like, have I said that twice? So that's who picked those. And then there is one last book, and this is the purple paper, and this is from my fantasy shelf. And this was the inspiration to do this unwrapping. And I know what book this is. I am very, very confident as to what book this is. I get the front. Hopefully I got the front. No, I got the back. Do you recognize it? No, let's go the other direction. The suspense, the suspense. And yes, that would be A Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin, the second book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. I am attempting yet again to read Game of Thrones, or to read the series, and to read the books, and to rewatch the series in anticipation for next season. I know, I did this all last year. I did not finish, like, anything, but I have a new plan, and I did finish rewatching season 1, so I'm gonna read the book, watch season 2, and in a very calm pace, planning on doing those 2 for this year, and not doing it as a read-along, just reading it, and so, yeah, that is going to be that is going to be, because this sucker's 1,000 pages. This is 1,000 pages, and then this is probably 1,000 pages. So it's probably the same. So there you go. There are the books. There is the back end of the books, and there is the actual books. So thank you so much to everyone for the numbers, and I had so much fun doing this. I will leave links below to what I'm like, I don't know. This idea was inspired by Sylvia Wish Fulfillment, who's been doing this for a long time, and also more recently Anita Lind started doing this as well, which made me think, hey, I want to do that too. So I jumped aboard, and I will leave links to their channels below. And yeah, so thank you everyone, and I will leave links to the YouTubers that left. Well, I'll leave links to everyone who picked a number. How about that? That's what I meant to say. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I have lots of reading to get to, so I better get to that. Okay, take care.